those are some of the ones if you had a gift of service. A lot of them are behind the scenes. I'm sorry we have to go through them so quickly. But any comments on any of those? Anybody been involved in any of them yet?
I've done a lot of them.
Anything you want to shed on any of them?
We were in a little church, and I had 7 different ministries. I did.
Well, that's one thing, you know, it's good to be busy, but
Too many is
too many is too many, you know, and sometimes if you have one person doing too many, that means somebody else is not doing what they should be. And sometimes you need to step aside and let that other person come in to fill a need.
I've kind of retired. But I think I need to do something.
I did the Lord's Supper ministry, and that was a blessing.
I did that.
I did that.
But I love to crochet, so I'll have to do that.
Good one.
Do they meet and crochet, or can you crochet at home and bring it?
Most of them do it at home.
They do meet on Thursdays at 1 o'clock, I think, at Wanda Breakfast House.
But you can just do it at
Yeah,
home.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, generally I think they're doing it at home and then they meet and they decide who's getting what and who needs what and who's going to do what in the future and that kind of thing. And just have a good time with it.
My mom's been with the quilting committee for years and years, and she just has the best time. She brings a lot of them home and does a lot of the work at home.
Really.
The ones who are trying to rush out.
I understand they have a blast up there. They just
do.
talk and talk.
They do for hours and hours.
I ran across a woman at a garage sale that was sewing like the mermaids, what we always call the moonies. But she was just sewing one right after another out in her garage for the rest of the time.
Really?
That was so nice. And she just making one size fits all, you know. It was,
I know when my daughter was in the hospital in Murfreesboro, you know, we got, you know, nice little hat and they put a little label in it of what group had made it. You know, it's a Murfreesboro church, but you know, it means something. It means so much more to get it when it's got that church label in it. You know, and you know somebody made it and they prayed for the child that was getting that little hat. You know, and that's one of the good things about the ministry is how they pray for the person that's going to receive it. They don't just, you know, knit as fast as they can and get as many done as they can. They pray for the people that are getting them, and that's the important part, I think.
when we were up at the hospital, I think it was Vanderbilt, we had to spend the night, and we was all in the lobby floor. And a church was, you know, we thought it was fantastic because they brought around a little plastic bag of like small toothpaste, toothbrush, things that you don't have with you because you went there so fast. And boy, was that ever appreciated. And they had that in there. It was from church. We thought that was nice.
If we get our new hospital, that might be
Because
something to look
you
at.
get stuck up there, and you know, there you are. And you
Like
need
a
toothpaste and a
device.
comb and maybe a razor, I think was in there. Just disposable razor.
About the longest 10 days of my life up at Vanderbilt on their floor in the waiting room, and it's tough. It's really tough.
Were you up there when they did that? Did they break?
No, they did not, and I should have been in a hospital, and I wasn't. I was there on the floor instead, so it was extra hard. But you know, when your kid's there, you got to be there, regardless of how you feel. So, but yeah, it was any of those type things are really special. Hey, our next group was if you have a gift of leadership or administration. We would like to have somebody that feels a heart for after-school ministry for children. This can be our children, the children of the church, it could be children from this area, it could be children, Hispanic children, it could be, you know, different types of groups, you know, whatever somebody has a heart to start. We do not currently have that ministry, but, you know, if somebody felt like they wanted to have after school where they taught math skills or something, some kind of activities, then that would be very much appreciated, I know, by this area. Care group leaders are in the Sunday school classes. Each Sunday school class should have one, so if your class doesn't have one, think about if that's one that you might be able to take if you have that gift of leadership. Children's committee, they do the little planning of and organizing the children's thing. They were involved at the trunk or treat a great deal. Anything that has to do with the preschool area and the children's area, they take care of that. The evangelism leadership team, they do the neighborhood parties. We've done some block parties in the past. They are heavily involved with the Oakley ministry, any of those type things where somebody's seeing a need for in a certain area. The evangelism team tries to help out there. Preschool committee takes care of that preschool department down there. The prayer ministry leaders. I can't say enough about the groups that pray in our church. That just, there are older people that come up here just one day a week. They will come and go to the prayer room. I don't know if y'all know the prayer room on the other side of behind the sanctuary. Go into the prayer room or one of the other rooms, and some of them will actually take the roll, and they go down through the roll praying for people. And they get as far as they can, they mark it, the next week they come in and they start again praying just for people in our church. Wonderful ministry. Recreation team is in charge of all the fun things that we do at the picnic and all that type of stuff. They also have the softball league and some different things like that. We're trying to get them to do a futsal team when we get a gym out here. Sunday school. If you can be a leader in a class. We're needing to start up some new ones. We have to start getting some teachers ready for that building. Visitation. Always need more people visiting. Sometimes there's 5 of us in there. And there'll be 40 different papers out there, and 5 or 6 of us show up, and you go out in pairs, so that means you only have 3 pairs going out maybe. So we need more people on visitation. It's always good even when you find somebody at home. A lot of times you don't find them at home, and at least you got to spend time with your partner as you're going out there. I always enjoy that part. Then you get there and you find people in all different kinds of circumstances and different places in their lives, and sometimes you get to be the one to help them and to see their need to be here, and sometimes they just lift you up like you wouldn't believe. Visitation's always a good place to go. If you ever get the teaching, they have children's Bible drill. They've also started Bible Buddies, which is for 1st through 3rd grade. Christian Development Program, that's this program here. We often have elective classes that we need teachers for. First Steps Christian Preschool is on Tuesdays and Thursdays during the day. Always need volunteers as well as teachers. Of course, we have Sunday school. Teen Kid is one of those places that needs somebody that's on that flexible side. They're a good group of kids. The Teen Kids meets generally on Wednesday night. They can get pretty wild, so you have to be a little flexible.
I said they need men in there. Be strong.
I've taught Teen Kids several years, and it's the materials are absolutely wonderful. They're wonderful materials. But those kids, when they've come in from 3 days of school and it's a Wednesday night, it gets pretty wild in there. But it's one of those fun ones, because I'm not a real crafty person. You always do crafts in Sunday school and all. Teen Kid doesn't do a lot of crafts. They do mostly activities, games and team-oriented type things and trust type things. So it's a lot of fun. It's a little different because they're not coming out with, these little craft things. It's just always fun. They always need helpers. Vacation Bible School. I think we usually have over 100